Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss about the topic accounting treatment of material losses. Every manufacturing concern purchase certain quantity of raw material for their production, but due to the normal reasons or abnormal reasons, there may be a loss of materials at the time of manufacturing. Loss of materials may arise during handling of raw material or storage of raw material. Material losses can be divided into two: normal loss and abnormal loss. Normal loss is one which occurs due to the inherent nature of material and production process under normal condition. It is one which can be predetermined on the basis of past experience. This wastage is unavoidable. It may be in the form of normal wastage, normal scrap, normal spoilage and normal defectives. Abnormal loss. It is an avoidable loss or accidental loss which occur due to the abnormal reasons. Such losses cannot be estimated in advance. Abnormal loss arise when actual losses are more than the expected losses. So, unit of abnormal loss is equal to expected output minus actual output. Such losses may be caused by any of the following factors: improper storage, machinery breakdown, theft and pilferage, and carelessness of workers, etc. Now we can discuss different types of material losses, that is wastage, scrap, spoilage and defectives. Wastage. Waste is the portion of basic raw material lost in processing. They have no saleable value. It may be invisible or visible. Visible waste is that which is physically present, for example ash, sawdust, etc. And invisible waste is the disappearance of basic raw material in the form of evaporation, smoke, etc. This is one of the example for wastage of material due to the loss by evaporation at the time of preparation of jaggery from sugarcane juice. We can divide the wastage into two: normal wastage and abnormal wastage. Normal wastage is natural and incidental to production. It is one which can be predetermined on the basis of past experience. This wastage is unavoidable. The causes which bring about such wastage are evaporation of oil, paints, etc. Any wastage over and above the normal or expected wastage is known as abnormal wastage. For example, careless handling of materials, theft, etc. Accounting treatment of abnormal wastage. Abnormal wastage is treated as financial loss of the concern. So, the value of abnormal wastage is valued separately and transferred to costing, profit and loss account. How can we control waste? In order to control waste in manufacturing industries, a waste report is prepared at regular intervals. The actual percentage of waste is compared with the standard percentage and remedial measures are taken to remove any abnormal waste. Scrap is another type of material loss. These are the examples of scrap. During production, some raw materials are left over in the form of odd pieces of timber, strips of cloth, etc. So, scrap is the incidental residue from certain types of manufacture, usually of small quantity and low value, recoverable without further processing. Examples of scrap are iron fillings, odd pieces of timber and strips of cloth, cutting pieces of leather left after the completion of the manufacturing process. It may occur because of faulty planning, poor manufacturing methods, employment of low quality materials, defective inspection methods and outdated machines and tools. Accounting treatment of scrap. There are three methods used for the accounting treatment of scrap. First one, credited to profit and loss account. When the value of scrap is small, the sales value of scrap is credited to profit and loss account. This method is suitable when scrap value is small or market for scrap is uncertain or frequent fluctuations in the market price. Second one, credited to overhead. The net sales proceed from the sale of scrap is deducted from the factory overheads or value of scrap is credited to overheads. Thus, the overall cost of material or overhead is reduced. Last one, credited with a particular job. When a scrap is related with a particular job, net sales proceeds from sale of scrap are credited to that particular job only. Spoilage is another type of material loss. These are the examples of spoilage which has been spoiled in the manufacturing process due to the wrong proportions used in production process. So, spoilage consists of goods that do not meet production standards and are either sold for their salvage value or discarded without further processing. When spoiled goods are discovered, they are taken out of production and no further work is performed on them. Spoilage occurs when goods are damaged in course of manufacturing process which cannot be rectified with some additional cost. Material used in spoiled units can be used again as raw material by the same or another process or disposed by sale. It is caused by defective production, mix in wrong proportion, etc. Spoilage may be of two types: normal spoilage, abnormal spoilage. Normal spoilage is the part of production process as it arises out of causes inherent in the production process. Thus, cost of normal spoilage is borne by good production units. Realizable value of spoilage is credited to the account in which cost of spoilage is charged. Abnormal spoilage arises due to the causes which are not inherent in production, which is happened due to avoidable causes, and it is charged to costing profit and loss account. What are the difference between scrap and spoilage? Scrap always arises in the process of material and spoilage occurs only due to some defects in material or production process. Scrap has low value but spoilage value may vary from low to high. Low spoilage may be sold like scrap, high spoilage may be sold as seconds. And the last one, defectives. From the first image, you can see the defective product, and in the second image, with some additional cost, we have rectified the defective product. Defectives are the products which are not according to the standards, but they can be rectified as a finished product with some additional cost. Defectives arise due to the substandard materials, inadequate equipment, inefficient supervision, defective planning, and poor workmanship. Accounting treatment of defectives. The accounting treatment of defectives thus depends upon the mode of disposal. The cost of normal defectives is made to be borne by good units. When defective work is normal and sold as seconds, any income from the sale of such seconds will be credited to the cost of the job or process. If defective work arises owing to bad material, bad workmanship, inefficient supervision or defective tools, the cost of the same less its value is treated as manufacturing overhead. If the cost of defective work is considerable and defects are due to the abnormal causes, the same is transferred to profit and loss account. When defective units are used as raw materials, the accounting treatment will be same as that of spoilage. What is the difference between spoilage and defectives? The only difference is that spoilage cannot be rectified, but defectives can be rectified by the help of additional material, labor, and overheads. Wastage report. It shows the types of wastage like actual waste, normal waste, and abnormal waste. This report also shows the reason for abnormal waste and suggestions to control the wastage. Next, we discussed an illustration related with the preparation of normal loss account and abnormal loss account by using process account. You can see the question from the image. 1000 units of raw materials were introduced to process X at rupees 10 per unit. Direct labor rupees 3000, other expenses rupees 2000. Past experience shows that 10% of the unit introduced to the process are normally lost, which poses a scrap value of rupees 6 per unit. The actual production from the process were only 850 units to be transferred to process Y. Prepare the process X account and also abnormal loss and normal loss account. Now we move on to the solution. It shows the process X account. Debit side shows the total cost of process X. If there is normal loss and abnormal loss, it's shown on the credit side. Process Y indicates the final output of process X. We got rupees 15,000 as total amount of cost and thousands units are used in the production. Past experience shows that 10% of the unit introduced to the process are normally lost. 10% of thousands units are lost in the form of normal loss. So we got 100 unit as normal loss in unit. Then we multiply the normal loss in unit with scrap value. We got rupees 600 as value of normal loss. After the deduction of normal loss in unit from the material units introduced, the expected output should be 900 unit. But there is a difference between expected output and actual output, because expected output is 900, that is 1000 minus 100. Our actual output is 850. So we calculate unit of abnormal loss. Unit of abnormal loss is equal to expected output minus actual output. So we got 50 unit as unit of abnormal loss. Then we calculate cost per unit. Cost per unit is equal to total cost minus scrap value of normal loss divided by total input minus normal loss in a unit. Then we got rupees 16 as cost per unit. For calculating the amount of abnormal loss, we multiply cost per unit with abnormal loss. Then we got 800 rupees as value of abnormal loss. Now we preparing abnormal loss account. Debit side shows the amount of abnormal loss incurred during the process. Actually, rupees 800 is a financial loss of the process, but we calculate the scrap value of unit loss as realizable value. The scrap value or realizable value of the lost units shown on the credit side of the abnormal loss account as by cash or as by bank. The balance amount treated as loss of the organization, so we transfer to costing profit and loss account. Next we prepare normal loss account. Debit side shows the normal loss incurred from the process X and credit side shows the cash sale of units of normal loss. With this, I conclude my topic accounting treatment of material losses. I hope this was informative. Thank you so much.